guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Casey, the Rockstar Flipper. We are doing kind of a collab haul today. We are gonna do a haul. We went to Salvation Army today. It was half off day, and we spent probably together about $150 on half off stuff. So we have a good little sample of what we got here. He also has another sample haul over on his channel, and I will link that down below so you guys can go check that out. I'm gonna show a little sample of what I got, and then the rest of the haul will actually be exclusively for the members of our new group, the Rockstar Entrepreneur Network. So I will have that linked below as well if you guys would like to go and join. It's basically our new revamped group. It's a comprehensive place where we can share information, educational information, hauls, all kinds of stuff. But we're super excited about it. We just launched it a few days ago. How many people are in it?
We're at like 84, 85 right now.
Approaching 100 people in a couple days. So that's exciting. And I will have all of that linked below so you guys can join. It is $49 for the entire year. There's no monthly, there's no nothing. It's like $4 a month. So definitely check that out in the description box. But anyway, so we went to Salvation Army today. It was half off day, and I wanted to show you guys just a sample of some of the stuff that I picked up. So I'm just gonna go right into it.
Yeah. How many people though that watch this channel in your area have 50% off Salvation Army? What city, because I'm trying to make a little list, what cities are you in? If you have it, put it in the comment section.
Yeah, comment down below.
What city or major city or close cities, you don't have to tell us exactly where, but just what area is close. And then if you have 50%, if they don't, just put what kind of sales they actually have. Because ours is every Wednesday, and it's pretty much across the whole state. It's a little different in a few cities, but almost every Florida is 50% Wednesdays.
Ours in South Carolina, at least the ones where I live, don't really do, they don't do the half off on Wednesday, but every week they'll have a color tag sale. So that color will be half off for the week. And then occasionally I've noticed I'll go in there and they'll have everything of a certain color that's $1.99 and above will be like 99 cents, and then anything that's priced at 99 cents will be 49 cents.
Oh yeah, we don't get that. We're not that lucky.
So that's, I guess, their way of clearing inventory other than the half off day or like the bag sale that we saw.
Yeah, our only other one is the first Saturday of every month. They have 99 cents a pound to clear it out. I've been once and it was okay. I got like maybe 4 bags. I think I spent like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. There was a lot of people. It reminded me of the bins. It was a ton of digging. They rolled out these gigantic crates. It was ridiculous. There was like probably 8 of them. So just check your sales. There's always sales at different stores depending on what city you are. But I'm curious, put it down in the comments what sales you guys have.
Yeah, like the Goodwills around me don't really do sales. I have to drive probably about an hour to find.
Ours does color tag once for the week for 50%.
Ours does not.
But they mark like 1 out of every 1,000 pieces.
I will say though, like your Goodwills are very expensive, and everything is priced individually, whereas ours are more like bulk pricing. Yeah.
Even if I find items here at 50%, they're typically still too much. So they'll be like $20 jeans or $25 jeans, and to get them for $12.50 is still too high.
I'd rather go take my chances at Ross or Plato's Closet.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, let's jump into these first samples so you guys can check out some of these items.
Okay, so the first thing I picked up is a t-shirt. It was from the plus size section, but it is a Torrid t-shirt. You can see this.
Torrid? T-O-R-R-I-D?
Size 3. So I think that's a 3X in Torrid sizing. So Torrid is more of like a boutique plus size kind of store. Kind of like Lane Bryant, but more, I guess, modern, like directed towards a younger crowd than Lane Bryant is. But this is kind of out of season, but it's a Halloween shirt. It says, "Trick or treat, give me something strong to drink."
Oh, nice. But that's good year round.
Yeah, I thought this was really cute, and somebody would probably pick this up. People love t-shirts, so I try to look at the t-shirts whenever I can. And then it's in the plus size section, and plus size clothing is really expensive and hard to find.
Everyone that I see that buys Torrid from me off Poshmark or even eBay, I can kind of tell, is younger. Kate's sister is 30, and she buys almost exclusively Torrid. So I feel like Torrid is like a 25 to 35 year old.
It's more casual, I feel like, whereas Lane Bryant is directed more professional business work attire, versus Torrid is more like everyday attire.
That's funny. I just sold a Lane Bryant blazer for 30 bucks like 3 days ago.
Yeah, speaking of, this is more like plus size business attire. This is a Chico's, I guess, top. It's more of a top than a jacket. Chico's top, the size 3. I think that's also a 3X. Chico's has kind of weird sizing, so you have to kind of check out their size chart on their website. I always try to include that in the listings, and then I try to list the size equivalent, just because that way if somebody goes in and searches for 3X, they'll find this, versus like if you just put size 3, they may not find it.
And the website's your best bet, because almost all websites have the measurements in inches and stuff, that what it converts to. Remember, that's for brand new pieces, so when you're buying used, also keep in mind that the shrinkage or the difference.
Well, that, and then like I also just try to include the screenshot of the size equivalents, just so people know. Mostly when I sell Chico's, I feel like it's to people who have bought it before, but I just
they have a pretty good idea.
Yeah, so I just want people to know like about the sizing.
That's actually a good idea for something for us to put into the private group, is kind of like a file with a bunch of the most popular brands and some sizes. I might have to build that.
Yeah, because there are a few stores now who do this vanity sizing thing where I have to include like a screenshot of the size chart so people don't get confused.
So one more benefit and perk of joining our Rockstar group, I'm gonna put together some kind of sizing and
yeah, we're gonna make a comprehensive
like
list
a chart
of weird
the most
sizes.
popular brands and all that stuff.
But this is really cute. It's a really bright pattern. It's great for cold weather or spring just because of the colors, and then it's got this little ruching thing at the sleeve. So this would be great for someone to wear to work or to the office, or even casual with jeans. Chico's is a really nice brand. It's really expensive if you go in there and look at their stuff. So whenever I try to find it at a good price, I'll pick it up. This I was really excited to find. I've never found this brand before. They did a collection for Target, but this is an actual piece from the brand, not a collab with Target. So this is Missoni.
Never heard of this guy.
He's never heard of Missoni.
I'm learning this brand now too.
If this will focus, that would be great. I can cover it.
Canon G7X.
Cover up your face. There we go. There we go. Missoni.
Canons are the worst focusing camera. They want to focus on anything but what you want it to focus on.
This is just a cute little sweater top. It's wool. You'll notice it says made in Italy on it, but Missoni is a great brand. Look it up. Look at the comps. They have really odd patterns. They're known, I feel like, for their little chevron pattern that they do. But they, like I said, they also did a collab with Target, and surprisingly the stuff from Target will still sell really well. People collect it just because they only did one run of it, and it sold out pretty quickly, much like the Lily Pulitzer for Target collection did. But I've never found this brand, the actual brand, so picked this up. It was $4.99 half off, so $2.50 for a Missoni top.
What do they sell for?
I haven't looked up the comps, but maybe probably like
22, 24?
I was gonna say like 30-ish.
That sounds like a pot shirt.
This is more like a sweater, so probably a little more than just like a t-shirt.
Perfect time right now. Everyone's cold.
Yeah.
Except us.
Yeah, I'm glad I came down here. It's about 80 degrees.
It's 80 degrees today, yeah.
This I picked up. It is from Zara Collection. I think that's the highest end of Zara. So I think they'll do like, they have Zara Collection and they have Zara Basic. So that's kind of like a like a lower priced version of Zara. So this is just a little small sheer top that I picked up. It was on, yeah, it was 99 cents. So I thought this was really cute
for known brands that are going to sell. 99 cents is almost a no loss scenario. You can guarantee yourself 12, 14, 15 bucks for something, maybe more, but for the most part, if you're buying something for $1, as long as you can get at least 12 for it, you're golden. You're going to make 6, 7 bucks. Remember, that's 6 or 7 times your money, and you've only got $1.
That's especially useful if you don't have a Goodwill outlet near you. I'll have my Goodwill outlet book linked down below. That has some of the brands that I try to pick up at the Goodwill outlet where they sell by the pound. Those are brands that are not necessarily going to sell for a huge profit, but they will sell consistently if you can get them at a low enough cost.
$1.50.
They're just well-known brands that people like to buy because that's what they know. So that's what I try to pick up at the Goodwill.
And of course, everyone preaches, and we agree that if you can get higher end brands, I mean, I'd stock my store with Gucci all day long if I could get 1,000 pieces of Gucci, but that just doesn't happen. And it's, for some people, remember, I live in Tampa, a city of 800,000 people, but there's some people that live in towns of 800 people. So they have to be able to get stuff that they can get. So what we do may not work for you, and what you have may not be here. So you have to take what you can get. So if all you can get is items that are $10, $12, $14, selling an item for a net 7, net 8, and you only pay $1, 8 times your money. Think about buying 100 of those for 100 bucks and selling them for 800 in pocket. you would take it all day long. I know it's work, but you take what you can get.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is another one of those things that I picked up because it was 99 cents. This brand is kind of going downhill quickly, which I have another video about it on my channel if you'd like to look at it. But this is LuLaRoe. It's just a top, just a plain, I don't even know what the style is called, just a plain top. I thought the pattern was cute. It's more of like a purple blue with some lighter gray mixed in. So it's more of like a basic toned down, like you could wear it anywhere.
Oh, you paid $1 for it.
Yeah, I paid $1.
$1 for LuLaRoe, so you better not leave it.
There was honestly a lot of LuLaRoe.
I didn't know. I was shopping in the men's, so I didn't know that there was a bunch of LuLaRoe. I never went over to the
It wasn't all $1 though, so it wasn't all $1.
So here's my advice to you guys on LuLaRoe, because I received, like, I have a video that went viral. It was like 60,000 views, and I got the question, at least half the comments, how much should I pay for LuLaRoe? So used LuLaRoe is way down. If you can pick up used LuLaRoe, if it's a basic top or it's a top like that, $1, $2, maybe $2.50, kind of try to stay under that. You can guarantee these things are gonna sell. In the worst case, you'll get $12 or $13 or $14 for them. Right. In the best case, you'll get 18 to 20. Getting more than 20 for used anymore is really hard. The only thing you have a chance of getting over 20 for used is a really nice fancy dress. And even those are 20, 25 bucks.
Yeah, the dresses will go for a little more, but the brand in its entirety is just like...
And so that's kind of expected when a brand has a lot of problems. It just dives. So if you find a fancy dress, you can go as high as maybe $4. I mean, $5 is pushing it, but anything else like that, try to stay at like a
because you have to remember, and I talked about this in my other video that I did about LuLaRoe. LuLaRoe was made because of the founder's religious beliefs, and she wanted to make a line based off of modesty. So you will always have these people who are looking for modest clothes that will have the high necklines, the dresses are knee length, and then they made the leggings to go under the dresses, so that adds even more modesty, like if it's winter time, or you know, because some religions the women are not allowed to wear pants. So that kind of, it allowed them to wear dresses and then something under the dress so that you're not freezing to death in the wintertime. And then that keeps the whole modesty thing, and you will have these people who are specifically looking for modest clothing. And then there's also a huge market for like long denim skirts and things like that, that women and kids can wear kind of out every day. So you have to keep in mind that even though the brand is declining, the style of the clothing, there's still a market for.
And let me give you guys a secret tip. I don't even know if you know this, but through all of my fancy research, I've learned this. LuLaRoe recently, in 2017, at the end of 2017, started having their production made in China, which a lot of people just kind of call having overseas material made. Oh, they got it made in China. Turns out LuLaRoe was made in Vietnam. That shirt is made in Vietnam if you pull it up. So when you look at a tag on LuLaRoe, if you see that it was made in Vietnam sub 2017, that means this shirt is like a 2016. That means it's higher quality. So there was a lot of complaints, which is half the reason that
the leggings started getting holes.
That LuLaRoe started going downhill is the leggings had holes, the shirts would stretch out really bad. They had it made in China, so they obviously went with a new supplier that wasn't as quality. The Vietnam stuff was made much better, which is how they started their business. And a lot of companies that end up failing do that. They make a bunch of money and then they try to shortcut it and cut holes and cut lines to reduce costs, and they go with a cheaper supplier. And so that's what they did. So anything you see made in Vietnam is a better quality of LuLaRoe. It's hard to find the dates on them, I tried, but at least you know you're selling a better quality and there's less chance you'll get a complaint.
Yeah.
Casey's history lesson.
For the day.
For the day.
We'll probably get like 3 more before the video's over. Anyway, so I picked this up. This is a pretty popular brand. I've sold a few of these. He always gets the men's stuff of this brand. He's kind of obsessed. But this is Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama also makes women's clothing. So
turns out.
He always talks about the men's clothing, but they also make women's clothing that is really cute, okay? This is a really cute dress. So I've actually sold several Tommy Bahama dresses.
This is a really nice dress.
Yeah, so I think, is it silk? I don't think it's silk.
Yeah, it's probably silk. It looks silk.
Or cotton. Might be a blend. What is it?
I'm gonna guess silk. I bought one Tommy Bahama dress in my life. It was silk, it was yellow, it was red. It sold so fast.
We're both wrong. It's 96% viscose and 4% spandex.
It's fake.
It's not fake.
Okay, so they call that not fake, it's called synthetic. It's a synthetic material.
It feels really nice though. Like it's really high quality. You can tell it's really well made.
Yeah,
it's really comfortable. It's definitely a beach dress. It was made for the beach.
So the reason that I get Tommy Bahama constantly is I live in Florida. We have like 8 Tommy Bahama stores on every corner. No lie. If you've never been to Florida or you don't come here often, people are like, where do you get Tommy Bahama? Do they even have a store? There's a store, like 4 of them within 10 miles of me.
I have recently started seeing more Tommy Bahama. They opened this place in Myrtle Beach near us called the Market Commons, and there's a Tommy Bahama store there. Yeah. So I've started to see more and more of it since we actually got a Tommy Bahama store, because where I live, there's pretty much nothing. We recently got, within the past couple of years, an Anthropologie. Ooh. So
I don't even know if we have one of those.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. That
store, by the way, Tommy Bahama. So I'll give you guys, this was on my video, you guys can see it, but a shirt like this, just a basic men's Hawaiian shirt, this is $98 at Tommy Bahama. That dress is probably...
It's probably at least $125.
Over 100, yeah, 120,
I sold a pink maxi dress, Tommy Bahama, that still had the tags on it, and it was $200.
$200. So keep in mind, when you're talking about a retail shop that prices are 100 and up for everything, I bought some Tommy Bahama flip-flops way back in the day, speaking of. We'll talk about that in a minute. But those flip-flops were like $35 used, and brand new they were like $79.90. For a pair of flip-flops, $80. So expensive brand, expensive store. When you get it, resell it. And dresses are rare. Like, being that I live in Florida, I've only found one ever. So that should tell you something. And that dress, probably listed at like 40.
Probably like $49.99.
50. I wouldn't think that would be unheard of. Yeah.
So this next brand, it's a little weird because they sell this at Target. I actually learned about this brand through Plato's Closet because I had no idea what it was, and my Plato's Closet had this huge display of it, and I'm like, what is this? And then I saw it at Target. So this brand is called Knox Rose. I can cover it.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of this.
Knox Rose. I paid $1 for it. But this is just a really cute knit top. It has kind of a weird hemline that kind of hangs down. But it's very boho, very trendy, really comfortable knit clothing. So, and it's from Target, so it's not going to be a huge profit, but it does sell consistently. A lot of the Target brands will sell consistently if they're the right style, the right trend. But people really love this brand and are actively looking for it. So I picked this up since it was just 99 cents. This is something that I will probably photograph on a mannequin just because of the hemline, so that I can show the hemline. But I really love these tops, so I try to pick them up whenever.
And so a good thing to do with this, which I would imagine it does, is check the actives, search for that in the actives. Let's say there's like 2,000 of those active, and then go to solds and you see like 2,000 sold. You know that half of every shirt that's listed sells. So you'll see a good sell-through rate on that. You know, checking the brands and the size and all that, and making it down to the search results. But yeah, so that's a brand that I knew, but I didn't know it was actually like popular.
Oh yeah, it's really popular. Like I said, I saw it at Plato's Closet, and they have an entire display of it.
And so yeah,
if Plato's Closet is buying it, that means it's a current, in-demand type thing.
Well, so that's one, since I'm learning, and the other brand from the beginning, what is that called?
Torrid?
No, the
Missoni?
Missoni. So those are two that I'll add to my list, and I'll go through and get the sell-through rate. And it's something else that we're adding to the private group, like brands and then their sell-through rates, because if I had walked through the store, I would have passed on both of those and probably could have spent $5 and made like 30 or 40. So that's something, you know, that you have to know all those brands. And so we'll be adding it to the list. The whole group will have just a list of all this stuff. And then a good friend of mine, Keith, you guys might know Keith and Star from Flippin' Hippos.
Keith, hi
Keith.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Flippin' Hippos. Subscribe.
Hippos. So Keith is actually, he's texting me right now actually. He's putting together a sell-through rate list for the brand. So I have all the brand lists and what to pay, but Keith is actually putting together a sell-through rate, and so we're gonna help him get that into the group too.
We're putting Keith to work.
We're putting Keith to work, yeah. He's slave labor, we don't pay him. No.
Stop. Don't be mean to Keith. Everybody's always so mean to Keith.
I love
He's so quiet and
Keith,
so sweet.
Keith is the best. So if you guys haven't seen Star over on Flippin' Hippos, Keith doesn't show his face much, but he is putting that together. So that's one more thing that you'll get in the group is the sell-through rates. It's great if an item sells for $100, but if it only sells one per every 6 months, who cares? You're gonna sit on it forever. You want items that are gonna sell, you know, 50 a day, 100 a day selling on eBay. So that's part of our sell-through rate list. And again, with the brand list and the size charts, it's all files that I'm gonna be working on. And putting into the group for files that every member will get. And if you guys ask when I sleep, stop asking.
People ask me that too, and I do sleep, but I try to get
People
stuff
ask
done.
you when I sleep? What?
No, people are asking me if I sleep, and I do. I have a tendency to work better at nighttime, so I try to sleep like in the mornings, and then I'll like sleep a little bit during the day, but I try to go out and do stuff during the day to stay awake. So
yeah, like
I do sleep. I promise I do sleep. Anyway, this is my last item from the haul, which was kind of just hanging there. I didn't even have to look for it. I just found it. So this is, of course, you all know this, Lilly Pulitzer.
Lily.
Have to cover up our faces to get this to focus. Okay, so
Lily.
this is actually a really nice dress. The top of it is kind of a corset style. It has boning in it. And then just a really cute spring dress it's got ruffle sleeves on it. It's like an eyelet lace. Zips in the back. It's really comfortable feeling. You can tell when you find these dresses, if you just feel them. And I get this question a lot, how to tell if this is real. The more you start to feel stuff and start to find these higher end brands and get to know what they feel like, you'll be able to tell if it's real. The same with like expensive shoes. If you pick up a pair of shoes and they feel really well made and you turn them over and they have a leather bottom, they say made in Italy, they're probably real. And you can tell the leather bottoms because they'll look really worn, and that's normal for a leather shoe bottom, but that's a really quality made shoe.
Perfect example. Today, right as we were checking out, the guy brought a pair of leather boots, cowboy boots out, and they were okay and they looked nice. They were like, okay condition. But when I picked them up, they were okay, but they didn't feel like those. If you've ever held
Justin,
Tony Lomo. Yep, or Lucchese boots are the ones. Lucchese boots, a pair of Lucchese women's boots, I've held them, weigh like 15 pounds. I'm not even kidding. They're the most ridiculous boots ever. They're handmade with real heavy leather. So pick up a pair of real expensive boots if you ever get a chance, and then pick up a pair of like Target boots. You will see like, I'm not even kidding. Even like my my Robert Graham shirt. So I've got the fake one. I still, to this day, have the fake one in the shirt. If you feel that shirt, it's how I knew right away. When I picked it up,
if it feels like lightweight polyester, feather light, like if you put this in the washing machine, it's gonna crumble, it's probably fake.
Yeah, my Robert Graham shirts weigh like a pound. They're almost priority. They almost won't go first class. They're heavy. That shirt weighs like 7 ounces. It's a big difference. So, and it's there was many other things that was fake too, but that quality, that heaviness, that feel is.
You also have to look for the sparkly buttons.
The sparkly buttons, yeah. So the other thing I noticed with that dress and the other dress, do you guys notice one thing about when you source in Florida? And again, this is what works for you and what doesn't work for you. What do you notice the same about all the dresses, all the shirts? What's the one thing that they all almost have in common, whether it's men's, whether it's women's, almost all of them?
Beachy.
Bright colors. See, we're in Florida. If you go, I imagine I've got a watcher. They might watch you that's in Hawaii. I look at their eBay store, yellow, bright green, pink. Just it's where you source. It's
well, even in South Carolina, we have a lot of this. A lot of the Tommy Bahama. We have Myrtle Beach, Charleston. Just because that's what, also the Lilly Pulitzer, a lot of the sorority girls will wear the Lilly Pulitzer. There's a Lilly Pulitzer store in every town.
Homecoming dances, spring flings, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like Easter, graduation. The thing to do where I live is to go get a Lilly Pulitzer dress for your next occasion.
God, that store is so expensive. Ugh.
I mean, the dresses are $200.
Yep,
and I know that's crazy. That sounds crazy, but
they'll pay it.
This was probably $200 retail.
There's a Lilly Pulitzer at Disney Springs, and I had to go into it. And as soon as I went into it, I was like, nope, I'm good.
So I will say before we end this about the Lilly Pulitzer dresses, I have found solid colored Lilly Pulitzer dresses before that don't even look like Lilly Pulitzer. They'll be like navy. I found a black one before, like really toned down stuff that women can wear to the office. So also be on the lookout for that, because I've found a ton of stuff that doesn't look at all like this bright, because Lilly Pulitzer is known for the bright, crazy prints and colors, but they do make stuff that is more toned down that you could like wear to the office. So be on the lookout for that.
That's awesome. So that was what, like 8 pieces?
Yeah, that was 8 pieces.
So it was 8 pieces. So she's got another like, what, 30 pieces, 40 pieces?
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah, so she's got another 30, 40. And if you didn't check out my video, I put up 8 pieces as well. I had 8 that I
Yeah,
did.
go check out his video, his little sample haul. We'll link it down below. The rest of it's gonna be in the group. We're gonna go live in the group.
So that's gonna be like probably almost 100 pieces.
Yeah, and even if you're watching this later, we will, even though we're going live, the video will still be at the group.
Right,
so.
yeah. So if you wanna see these 8 and my 8 on my channel, and then all the other 80 or 90 pieces or whatever it is, in that group will be live right now, but if you join the group today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you can open that video up and rewatch the whole thing and see all of this. There's 40, 50, 60 brands. There's a lot of novelty shirts. There's all kinds of stuff. We spent $150 today, and there's easily 1,000 plus here. I mean, I'm looking around, there's so much stuff. So there's a lot of great things that you should be learning and writing down.
I was pretty happy with the Florida thrifting today.
It was much better than last time.
I've been here twice before and it was horrible.
It's
In St. Augustine, it was much better.
Yep.
St. Augustine was kind of made for thrifting, and they have this whole little thrifting organization map and everything.
Yep.
Tampa's not so much made.
We have a lot of stores, but they're so bad.
They're not bad, they're just expensive.
They're expensive, yeah. They think all of us Florida people have money. It's not true.
I'm hoping we get to go to Orlando to the bin.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try. So if we do that, again, more hauls we'll put inside of the
We'll
group.
call it Solange.
Call Solange Mina.
Solange Mina.
Shout out. She'll never watch this video.
She's my buddy. She sent me a Christmas card.
She'll never watch
Her
this
and
video.
sister LaVie, they are great.
Yep. So anyways, we'll try to put more hauls, more stuff, but if you want to see the rest of this, you got to join the group. Use the link below.
Join our group, come join us. It's for the whole year, so.
Yep. One time, no monthly payments, you're out the door, you're in, and you get everything, all the files.
And we're gonna do all kinds of stuff. So all kinds of videos
Meetup,
that are just for the group.
giveaways, cash, money. I'm gonna give you guys stuff. All the hauls, all the files. There'll be bolo lists, there'll be sourcing guides, there'll be all kinds of stuff we're gonna add to it the whole year. Remember, you pay now, you won't have to worry about it till next New Year's. So
Yep.
good to go.
2019.
2020.
Start it right.
Yep. All right, we'll let you guys go.
Bye.